Hello everyone, thank you for visiting our channel. We received a lot of questions from our viewers and on social media about what are the best times to visit Switzerland and things like what to wear and any other general advice related to visiting this country. So in this episode we will try to go through the seasons month by month. A short answer to when is the best time to come to Switzerland is anytime. To generalize, we have to divide the country into the plateau, or north of the Alps, stretching west to east Geneva, Bern, Lucerne, Zurich, Appenzell areas, and the Swiss Alps. Mind that areas around Lake Geneva have a tiny bit milder climate than the East Plateaus, but for the general purposes of this video, we'll assume they're the same. One outlier is the southern Italian language canton of Ticino. Climate here is basically that of northern Italy, a mild Mediterranean climate. Generally, weather here is about 1 month off from that of Swiss plateaus. Or spring begins about a month sooner and fall begins about a month later, with mild winters and hot summers. Also, quick disclaimer, the following information is based on our own subjective opinions and preferences based on the 4 years of having lived in Switzerland so far. Temperatures will be showing are in degrees Celsius for the Swiss plateau, not the Alps, and could be higher or lower because these are monthly averages. Let's begin with September, the first month of fall. September is largely a continuation of summer, but more of a not so hot anymore summer. And it's very comfortable. At least first 2-3 weeks of it is safe to expect good weather. Of course it could rain at any time of the year, but generally in September you don't need to worry about warm clothing just yet. Generally, I would say it's one of the best months to visit Switzerland. It's comfortably warm, you can still swim in the lakes and rivers, so yes, we like September a lot, especially the first 3 weeks of it to be on the safe side. If you decide to go hiking up to the Alps, to the moderate heights, you might want to pack a sweatshirt or a light jacket. Having hiking shoes in any season is essential, and also you might witness some autumn foliage in the mountains. And of course, if you decide to go hardcore and go really high like Jungfraujoch or Zermatt, for those alpine peaks you need to have warm clothes all year round. It's always snow and ice there. If you want to see the golden foliage, October is the month to come. Particularly the second and third week will get you the brightest colors. A sweater and a light jacket would suffice in the plateau, as it does get quite a bit colder, average ranging from 7 to 16 degrees Celsius or 45 to 60 in Fahrenheit. Be prepared for rain, so waterproof shoes and umbrellas and/or raincoats will be needed. Up in the Alps, generally is getting quite cold, but mostly no snow yet. So for winter sports, you'll be limited to high elevation regions of Zermatt or Saas-Fee or Jungfraujoch. So for those, you will need good warm clothes. November, I would say, is one of the least attractive months. It is quite cold and days are short and gray. Perhaps the prices for air and hotels are lower, but that's about the only reason I can think of to come here to the plateau. But if you're coming to the Alps, November is the beginning of ski season, and you will find a lot of high altitude areas already fully operating the slopes. So if you are into winter sports, November is a pretty good month, as it is not yet the peak season and kids are still in school, so it won't be crowded or very expensive. December, first month of winter. It is a great time to come to Switzerland and enjoy all the Christmas festivities, city Christmas markets, drinking blue wine. Make sure to have warm clothes and shoes. It is not super cold yet, but you won't get away with a jacket. It could definitely be freezing, especially in the evenings and at nights. Most alpine areas are fully operational at this point, so if winter sports is your thing, go, you will have sports and festivities there at the same time. We can talk about January and February together, they are too similar. This is the height of winter and it is very cold everywhere, so full warm winter garderobe is of the essence. Life, of course, continues in the plateau and you can come to the cities and enjoy museums and things like that, but generally we don't spend too much time outside. If you're lucky, you will get snow, but don't count on it. January and February, however, are the peak of the ski season. You get the most and best snow in the Alps pretty much everywhere. You can even easily be in Zurich and, for example, take a quick train ride, and less than 1 hour away you will have skis and all kinds of winter sports. And you can also come back to Zurich at night. It does, however, get very busy on the slopes. This is when all the Swiss go skiing. They are literally called the ski months. March is one of those transition months when it is still pretty cold and gray in the plateau, but the day is getting longer and temperatures moderate, but still not at all balmy. So warm clothes and shoes are still a must. In the Alps, however, ski season is still in place and you can fully enjoy winter there. In April, spring is in the air and the green shades are slowly punching through the gray. You can witness the awakening and spring blooms everywhere in the plateau. I would recommend coming here in the second half of April so that you are sure to be comfortable and really experience European spring. It does rain quite a bit, so make sure to include waterproof shoes and raincoats, but you no longer need warm winter clothes. It is a lovely month to visit. In the moderate alpine areas, season is over April 9th, and only those in high altitude areas are still operating the slopes. But it will not be a quick train ride out of Zurich that I mentioned in the January and February part. May is a great month to visit the plateau. The temperatures are very comfortable, it is getting really green and flowers are everywhere. Genuine feel and smell of spring really elevates the mood and energy. Up in the Alps, again, for the exception of the high peaks, winter sports season is over, but you can definitely go hiking and enjoy the crisp and fresh air, as well as the mountain wildflowers blooming everywhere. In June, summer is finally here. It is now warm, but not hot. You can really enjoy the strolls in the cities, and most likely already the waters in the lakes and rivers are warm enough to swim. Going up to the Alps for hiking is really great and pretty. It does get a bit crowded on the lifts as everyone wants to get out and finally enjoy summer. I would say it's my favorite month. July is the beginning of peak summer. It is quite hot and air conditioning is not something you get everywhere at all. It is a great time to enjoy Swiss outdoors, especially if you are by some sort of pool of water and you can cool yourself down. It is time for beach, picnic and a party. Going up to the Alps is also great in July as you find cooler and crispier air there. August is the hottest month in the plateau, even prone to heat waves. So it's not ideal for long hikes in the cities, but if you are staying somewhere with the pool or by the lake, you should be fine. In August, I would say best thing to do is to stay somewhere in the Alps. Elevation provides relief to the heat and you can still be active and do some hiking and other activities. Lakes in the Alps are also warm enough for swimming and it does get very busy up there. So there you go. As I said in the beginning, there is something to do any time of the year. It depends on what your interests and preferences are. Please ask your questions and leave comments in the comment section and we will try to address them all. Hope this has been informative, and if you like this episode, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so already. Auf Wiederwege!